morning. It is. Look at this spring day. My God. We've got a blue sky and some sunshine. So we're going on a ramble today to Cavan. And it's only an hour and I think 20 to get to where we want to go. Blondie, come on. So me and my pal Karen are heading to, I think it's pronounced Pergola Nurseries. And we're so excited because during the first lockdown, like 2 years ago, feels weird saying that, God. I started following him on Instagram and his like garden centre, and it's in Cavan, and he's just the cutest man. And he'd share these, like, he just shares these garden videos, and I'll probably be a little bit starstruck if I see him. Last week when I was on holidays, I had said to Karen, oh, do you want to go on a little garden like day out, because I want to buy my dahlia tubers. Now it's too early to like plant them and stuff, but I want to just buy them. Last year I grew dahlias from seed, which was kind of hard. I had 20 seedlings, and of the 20 seedlings, I'd say 4 of them flowered. 4 of them I kept for me, flowered. I gave loads away and to my friends, and some of them flowered and some of them didn't. But I told them to keep them, put them in the shed over winter, and maybe they'll have a better year this year. So enough of me waffling. I am waiting on Karen. She's on her way. You've no idea. This is why me and Karen are friends. Joking and say we were like 2 old ladies, but that's true. Anyway, let us go. So if you fancy a ramble, it only took us about an hour to drive down. I actually think it might have been less than an hour. It's really easy to find, and it's tucked away at the back of kind of like these shops, and it's the cutest nursery. It's like proper, like independent. You can have a rummage and your eye is just kind of like drawn everywhere, and there was literally so much. Now I was there just for bulbs, and I did come out with just bulbs. I didn't buy any plants, but it was so nice to just go somewhere new and just have a little rummage around. Are you wanting to see what's inside, Blondie? I just have lots of bulbs. Okay, I have a plant haul, but Miss Blondie, the weather is so weird. It was really cold yesterday, and today I'm wrapped up, but it's actually mild today, and I'm kind of sweating. Can't win with the Irish weather. Blondie, okay, she's staying outside. I'm gonna close the door. Okay, we're in the greenhouse. It's actually not too cold in the greenhouse. Like for February, do you know what I mean? Okay, plant haul. So it's actually now Monday and I got these plants on Friday, but it was my birthday the weekend, so I was like out for the weekend. So I'm only coming to now. The dahlias that I bought are for the cut flower bed. I will probably end up buying more, but the ones I'll probably get some for pots as well. So I got 2 of each. I went for like pinks, purples and oranges. I was trying to think what would look nice as a cut flower, but will also look really cute in the flower bed as well. Okay, so first up, Dahlia Coupe de Soleil. Very pretty. I like this because it has like peach. See the way it's like peachy in the middle and whitey, and then it's like orange. Let me just tap the screen. So I got 2 of them, and it's 1 tuber. Yeah, there's 1 tuber in this. This grows to 40 inches high, 100 centimeters tall, so it's a nice kind of tall one. I'm hoping it'll have a nice stem for cut flowers. I'll pop them down there. Next, I got an orangey one. I like these. Let me tap in on this. This is Joey Nicky. I was actually joking to Karen and I was like, if you could name a plant, what would you name it? And I was saying, this is probably too rude, but sure, look. I was saying, if I had a shrub, if I invented like a shrub or cultivated one, and if it was fluffy, I'd call it hairy bush. I wonder, is there a plant called hairy bush out there? But that's what I'd call it. So I got, again, 2 of these. I thought they would be a nice contrast with the, what's it, Coupe de Soleil, and I got 2 of them as well. The only thing I will say is I also got them in a pink version, Kenora Fireball. Apparently though, see these puffball like dahlias, like this kind of variety, while they're great, I heard that they're not amazing for bees, because the bees, I suppose other pollinators will like them, but apparently bees can't get in with this type of petal. I think I heard that on Gardener's World. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But like that, I'm sure another pollinator will like it. There's gonna be plenty for the pollinators in my garden, don't worry. Then I got this one, again, because I think it'd be a lovely cut flower. It's called a blackberry ripple, and this one has, yeah, most of them are like 100 centimeters tall. There's one dahlia, I think that was a bit shorter, but I got 2 again of these. Let me see, there you go, and that is blackberry ripple, and it's got lovely spiky, I love the texture, the pattern on the leaf. The leaf, is that what you call it? The blossom, the bloom, the bloom. That's it for dahlia bulbs. However, they are getting more in. It's still quite early in the season to be buying them. I will not be planting these outside until probably late April, early May, depending on the weather. I'm going to store them in here with my seeds because it's nice and warm in the greenhouse. It's not too cold. Also, quick update. A couple of people asked me what's my growing region, and I had to obviously Google it, because when I watch like YouTube videos, I see, especially, I don't know if it's a US term, but there'll be like hardiness zones, and it'll be like zone 5, zone 4, and I was like, I must check what my zone is. So I'm zone 9, so Ireland is, yeah, zone 9. Midlands was like 8. I'm on the east coast of Ireland, and we get quite mild winters. I got a lovely little video of it snowing. I put it on my Instagram in January. It literally snowed for 10 minutes. And had I not been home and whipped out my camera, that was the only snow I've seen. It snowed for 10 minutes and then it was washed away and then it was sunny. So, yeah, I don't know. It's always grey. So maybe the greyness of winter traps in some heat. I don't know. But yeah, there hasn't been a lot of frost, and like a bad frost for us would be like -3, 4, 5. It can obviously on mountaintops get worse than that, but no, it generally could be like 0, 1, but like during the day at the moment it's been like 9 and 10, which is quite mild. So there was a couple of comments just on my last winter kind of cleanup video, because I was obviously taking leaves away from the spring bulbs. The spring bulbs coming up are grand, even if it does get a frost, they're hardy, and yeah, they're grand. So I am growing zone 9, FYI. I have no begonia. Oh, here's Blondie, hang on. Yeah, I know, come on. Do you want to go beside me? You can probably hear her. I've no begonias in the garden, and I was like, how do I not have begonias? I got begonias mixed up with geraniums. I have some geraniums up there. I haven't killed them. My geraniums, obviously they're tender, so the frost will kill them. I've kept them alive. They're in the greenhouse, so I just clipped them back, and hopefully I have them about 3 years now. I'm very impressed with that. So I just got 1 of each. Is there 2 in this? Oh, there's 2 in this. White begonias, and I'm thinking for pots, because the height of these, it's 30 centimeters tall, so I thought they would look cute in pots. And I don't have these, and it says, yeah, you can plant them from actually March. It says on this March, April, May, and then they will flower June, July, August, September, October, and then they must kind of die off with the first frost. I think they're a perennial. I'll have to Google it, but Blondie, what do you think? Hello. Now, I got an iris, and Karen was saying, I don't know if I'm mad on these, but I loved the colour of this. I'm quite drawn to the peaches and the oranges, am I? I got one of these. I have an iris, sorry, I have 2 pond irises, and I don't know what colour they're going to be, but I've popped them into the pond and the foliage hasn't died or anything, so we'll see what happens with them. So I have 2 pond irises. Now this isn't a pond iris. I probably should have gotten more than one though. It's gonna look a bit lonely on its own. But what I might do is I might plant this behind the pond. So when the pond irises come up, this guy is behind it. It's not in the pond, it's in the soil. But we'll see. Blondie's climbing. She's looking for attention. And now for seeds. So, zinnias. I read that zinnias are amazing cut flowers. Now these are annuals, so I'll start these. So it says February, March, April, sow under glass, plant indoors in the greenhouse. From April and May you can direct sow, plant outside, and then July, August, September, probably October, if I keep deadheading them, they will flower, and they like full sun, and they're 60 centimeters high. So I'm hoping that'll give me a nice stem for a cut flower. So I got this colour, which is like a just explosion of colour. So really hot, like imagine in like July and August with sunflowers and with... Blondie, give me 2 minutes, I'm nearly finished. I know. Do you want to sit up? Show my belly. And then I also got this. So zinnia, and it's called Funfair Mix, and it's a Thompson and Morgan seed packet. And then zinnia Queenie Lime Red, and yeah, Easy Grow Half Hardy Annual. So I thought these would be nice, and then I can collect the seeds on them when they are finished. So that is my little haul. I would love to know, what is your favourite cut flower? I have some sweet pea seeds from last year, but what I might do is, I found sweet pea kind of hard to get going, and I bought sweet peas like already started, and then I planted them out, and snapdragons as well. So I don't know, I might do the same this year. Like, I don't mind spending a £5 for a tray that started, because I might kill them in a seed, but we'll see. I think zinnias are like easy to grow. And also cosmos, I have loads of seeds from Karen. She gave me cosmos. You know what I mean? So I think between like the cosmos, the zinnias, the dahlias, that will give me my mid-summer to late summer show in the cut flower beds. Because I've got lots of alliums and like spring bulbs that are around about the May time. So I'm hoping May, June, I won't have too much of a gap in the garden where things kind of aren't growing. So that's it for my little haul. Me and Blondie, we're now going to skip to, if you like a satisfying garden cleanup. I tackled the front, and I also have an older video that you can check out from a couple of weeks ago where I started doing the garden cleanup. But I finished it off in the front, and I'm waiting on my brown bin to be collected, because next on my list in the garden is trimming back all of the ivy that is overgrowing from the other side. I don't want to remove it completely, but it's gotten really tall and really big, and I want to clip it back before nesting season. So that's me for my jobs in the garden this week. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Cheeky thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can check out my garden playlist or my other videos as well. Shout out to Greta, who made me extra cool by getting me little badges from my Crocs. Thank you very much. Loving all the comments on the Crocs from the previous garden video. Still haven't gotten socks for my Crocs though. The fur-lined ones, they're on the list. So I am tackling the last of the leaves, and don't worry, I checked for hedgehogs and any mice or anyone who may have been living in my leaves. So this was the last of them. You've seen in the previous videos that I collected loads of leaves to make leaf mulch. I have an abundance of them. So they're going into the compost bin. I was trying to scoop them up, and I was like, do you know what? I just swept them all into the grass, and I got my lawnmower out because that got them nice and fine, and that meant I could fit more of them in my compost bin. I do have a leaf blower, and if you saw my previous video, I was very disappointed with it. It was actually just easier for me to just sweep them all into the grass and then just raise up my lawnmower and mow them. also wanted to just do a little bit of weeding as well. So this flower bed was getting a bit ugly. So I had some dead gladiolus stems, I had some weeds, I took out the dead leaves, and here's how it's looking now. So it looks nice and clean. I also just trimmed back the rose bush that is there. I think I might need to move that rose bush. It's a David Austin and it never really does well in that location. So I think it's the spot. So I may move it. I'm on the fence. Let me know. So I also tackled this section as well. Leaves and more leaves. But you know what? I'm so grateful for the trees that are the other side of the wall, because they're really pretty and I almost like pretend like they're my trees, even though like they're not. So I am slowly making progress on the garden cleanup, but the one thing I will say is I was kind of in a bit of a stinker of a mood this day, and I was like, you know what, I'm going out into the garden, and I felt so much better. I think it took me about 3 hours of just going hard at it with sweeping and cleaning, and I had just put my headphones on and I felt so much better. And even when I like drive into the driveway and I see that it's like much cleaner than what it was, it gives me a little boost. So I'd love to know, how are you getting on with the winter garden cleanup?